My group looked at careers guidance and business opportunities for students. As part of our research, we visited 9 local businesses and have seen close up what it's like in the world of work. We conducted interviews with business representatives and found out what they require from young people seeking employment.
What standard of GCSEs would you look for in advance for employing someone?
Well, we don't employ, be careful what I say here, but we don't employ overly skillful people. It's people with experience is what we want, or people that have got a nice attitude. It's much more important to me to have somebody who's got a nice attitude, somebody who's keen, interested, and doesn't complain.
It's about the way you approach living and working.
Do you feel younger people have the right preparation, knowledge and skills to go into the workplace?
Sometimes, yes, but there are a lot of people who come out without any common sense and with no real people skills. So they don't know how to talk to people, they don't know how to deal with people in a formal manner, sort of, you know, the normal formalities of shaking hands and introducing yourself. Sometimes people don't know.
I think the important bit is that we talk with people about making students, making individuals employable and developing their employability.
We've taken on 4 apprentices, so we're really moulding them to have the right preparation and skills.
You know, you get someone who perhaps actually hasn't done particularly well at school, but is a bit of a Jack the Lad, is a bit of a character, but is prepared to channel those energies into the right way into the workplace. That is where, you know, the real happiness comes out of having new people starting at the job.
When I came into the workplace, I didn't know anything about tax, how that would work. Skills around employment do need to be developed a little bit more and explained to pupils before they actually have to use them.
Do you think that enough careers advice is given to young people in order for them to go into the wide world?
What I can say at the Suffolk Food Hall is we have a variety of schools who are making the effort to come out and talk to us as an employer, not only just specifically looking at us, but looking at us by example as another local employer. And you know, we are prepared to give the time and effort to those, and you know, the careers advice that we can impart.
I think there's too much focus in certain areas towards pushing people towards university. There needs to be more advice about how to get into the workplace straight from school or straight from sixth form, and also improve advice around apprenticeships and vocational qualifications as well.
What do you think of the change in the GCSE system?
And I would welcome the change of having a lot more exam orientated. It does, I think you can see the wood through the trees a lot better with an exam system.
And if you can go into an exam and you know what topic's going to be there, you can actually revise better for it, and that would certainly help improve attainment.
If I had to wait till the end of the year to do it, then I think that would terrify me because I'm not very academic.
I think it's a bad move, really. I think that's good if the children have got a second chance to resit them and do better the second time.
And to do 2 years and then have to remember it all at the end of it is quite a big ask. So I think that you'd have to have the relevant support along the way to make sure that it is a true reflection of what you can do.
When you were in education, did you feel prepared to leave?
I was absolutely clueless.
No, I didn't, and I'm not sure I still know what I want to do.
Yes, I felt prepared to leave in terms of having an appreciation about opportunities and so on.
Yes, I did.
No, I didn't really, no.
I think that I was perhaps one of the ones who floated a bit more into doing what I needed to do, and it was by pure chance, really, that I got the opportunity here. It came at the right time.
Do you feel there could be better communication between schools and businesses? Should more visits of this kind be organised to give insight to students?
I think there isn't really much communication between the schools and business at all, actually.
Absolutely. I mean, from our point of view, having strong relationships with a variety of educational institutions, be it schools or colleges, is critical.
Definitely. I mean, it's key to get certainly a decent experience in what businesses do, and to give pupils an idea of where to aim for, what they need to do at school and where they can actually go to.
Here at Suffolk One, we're trying to keep in contact with all the schools around the area.
I really enjoy this type of visit because it gives us a chance to actually interact with the community within which we trade.
Yes, I think that the visit today has been quite helpful for both us as employers and for you students. If you don't see, when you're making decisions, the options that you've got, then it's hard to make an informed decision on what you want to do when you're older.
When you left school, did you have a knowledge of what types of businesses and jobs there were out there for you?
My parents were actually a good valuable source of sounding out different things. I also had older brothers and sisters, and they were a very valuable source, and they had been out into the jobs market and were able to give me a bit of an insight in that. So I suppose I probably looked beyond just what was available at school.
As a student taking exams, did you get stressed, and how did you cope with them stresses?
The best thing is revise as much as you feel you need to, and so that when you go into the exam you feel confident that you know everything you can.
What are your opinions on the proposed exam changes and on Michael Gove's latest move?
Maybe he's done what I quite often have to do. I think of an idea, but I have to run it past professionals. And maybe he's had lots of professional people come to him and say, this is too quick, too soon, I don't know.
Do you think that the situation today's teens face is harder than what you were put through?
There's a lot more people going for one job at the moment. I think qualifications are more important than they've ever been.
It's your personality that's going to drive your success in the future. It's your personality that allows you to interact with customers and fellow partners alike. It's absolutely the secret for your ongoing success. Your personality is what drives you. If you don't have a personality, if you don't have that drive, you're not going to get there.
My group were the voice of the group. My group looked at young people's inclusion in decision making, not only in the school but across the board. As part of our research, we were interviewed by Mark Murphy from Radio Suffolk and also conducted a further live interview for the radio. We are also responsible for the monitoring of the Who Asks Us website, built for us by Andy Proctor from Young Voice. We also look after the Twitter and Facebook sites. Our project has also been followed by The Star, our local newspaper.
We decided to end our project with a question time session, during which the questions we have raised with students, teachers and parents and business leaders during the past 5 months will be asked.
It has been so important for us to have a voice within the school, and we have been encouraged to speak out and have our voices heard on these important issues which make such a difference to our lives.
The project has given me a sense of achievement, and when you want to, your voice can be heard.
This project has really brought me out of my shell, given me opportunities that I never would have had and given me the chance to speak out.
This project has really pushed us to get out and get our voices heard. We really sense that this project has given us a sense of achievement. We would like other teenagers to take on this project so it can help them with their ambitions and to reach their goals.
It's been a really amazing experience with a very fulfilling result, and I hope many more students will get the chance to take part in this project.
We are Who Asks Us, so who asks you?